videos. So I shall only look at those parts of grep that you will most commonly um, probably use. So what is grep? Grep is a Unix tool for selecting text. You select um, files based on the file's contents. So maybe you have a whole list of files. There's maybe 100 files, and you want to find that file that has a certain string. For that, you can use grep. Okay, stands for global regular expression print. So in this video, I'll be using this simple um, text. It's just a few lines. I've echoed them into grep.txt. So when I cut grep.txt here, also let me change directory. cd projects zmax cd zmax.github.io cd post. Okay, so cut grep.txt actually content post. Cut grep.txt. We have a problem. Let's remove everything from that file. Actually, that's simple. Just echo grep.txt. Yeah, should be blank now. So when I run this command, should have grep.txt populated with the test content. Anyways, so we start with a simple match. Grep bo grep.txt, and that's going to match all lines that contain the substring bo. Right now, the output from the previous line is not numbered. You can number the output. So we'd like to find out what the line numbers are for these matches by supplying the aim flag grep.txt after grep text. So that's line 3 and line 8. Line 3 and line 8. So this is line 3. That must be line 8. Anyways. Okay, so how about we open grep.txt here? Yes. Line 3 and line 8. Great. Okay. What if you'd like to match only the lines that don't have bo? For that, you can use v. Yeah, v is going to match all lines that don't match the supplied pattern. So b, o, and b, o, that is line 3 and 8 are not included here. You can notice that. And sometimes if you're interested in just finding how many times this pattern is matched, for that you can use C. So let's use C. BO is matched 2 times, and that's included there. But anyways, how about if you would like to only print out the BO part? You don't want this. You only want the text that was matched in the line to be printed out. For that, you use O. Right? Now, you could pass to grep more than one pattern. There's many ways to do that, but one way to do that is to pass the patterns with the E flag. Say the first set of characters I'd like to match is BO, and the second set of characters I'd like to match is maybe CO. grep.txt. It's going to match all lines that have BO and all lines that have CO. Sorry, I have to make that an E. So E. So all lines with BO matched, all lines with CO matched. Now that matches all lines with a substring BO and CO. But sometimes we'd like to match text, that is characters, without regard to whether the character is uppercase or lowercase. So let's add some uppercase lines to grep.txt. I shall comment this out for demonstration purposes. Then yeah, great. This should now contain some BO. It does not. Yeah, this BOB capital and BOB small. I'm going to use the I flag, because if I don't supply the I flag, be like, okay, just match BO from grep text. I'm only going to match the lowercase. But then if I supply the I flag, I apparently match BO capital as well. Okay, so this here, it is not matching words. See, I want to match BO, but maybe I'd like to match BO the word and not BO the substring in books. See, I'd like to have BO matched with no characters on its left or its right. The word start should be either the start of the line or a space. The word end should be either the end of the line or a space. For that, I can use the W flag. Right. First, let's include an example. I'll comment this out. Okay, so let's find out what grep.txt now contains. Grep text. So we have March here and March month. If I just grep March, I will grep both March and March month, but maybe I'd like to match only March. I want March month. For that, I'll be like, okay, match only the word March. Cool, that works. Now, you maybe would like to find context. Say match all lines with this substring and 2 lines after those lines, right? So for example, in our test text, maybe I'd like to match maker, all lines with maker, but then I'd like to also include the 2 lines that come after maker, right? Grep supports that. Be like after 2. It can also be like before. Okay, before 2. Yeah, cool. You could increase the number to 3. We have March, and we have 3 lines before. We have after, and we have 2. So we're only getting 1 line because there's nothing after March month. March month is the last line in the file. If there was something else after March month, we would have matched that. For example, I'll add something, echo something. I can run that, we have something. Okay. So you could, if you would like to match not only after but before also, combine A and B. Say I'd like to match 2 lines before the matching lines and 2 lines after the matching lines. You could do that. However, that is repetitive. That could be accomplished with a C too. It's the same output. Match 2 lines before, match 2 lines after. Great. What else can we do with grep? We can use regular expressions. So in the previous examples, we've been explicitly defining the patterns we'd like to match, but we can shorten those patterns using the regular expressions. What's grep in full, by the way? It's what is it? Is it global regular expression print. Yeah, so yeah, this service talk about grep and not talk about regular expressions. So now the regex p patterns. Regex p is short for regular expressions. Now this here, for example, I use E, but it's not good to use E. It's best to use P. E is extended regular expressions. P is power compatible regular expressions. Anyways, this matches all lines that have as the first character in the line an alpha bit character, that is a lowercase character. So let's find out what the output is, just to confirm. Grep p a to z. Grep text. So all lines that start with a all lines that don't start. This is weird. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. Let's get it. Okay, let's match all lines that contain non-lowercase characters. So this here, it is defined in a negation pattern. It says like you're going to find all lines that contain lowercase characters, and you're going to ignore those lines. Right? Now this line, yes, it contains lowercase characters. However, it contains some non-lowercase characters. So the only lines that are negated are the lines that contain only and only lowercase characters. Cool. So sometimes you don't want to negate. You want to include only the lines that contain lowercase characters. You'd have to take out the caret symbol. So for example, all these lines contain lowercase characters. This one contains an uppercase, but it contains a lowercase also, so we're going to match it. Now you could include more to the ranges than just A to Z. You could include numbers also. So for example, let's match all lines containing numbers 0 to 9. Oh, there's no numbers in the text, right? Let's add some numbers. 1, 2, 3. Grep text. Okay, now let's try to match. Yeah, we're matching some numbers now. Okay, how about if we'd like to match all lines containing either numbers or lowercase characters or uppercase characters? Can provide ranges 0 to 9, A to Z. However, if this is too long, Grep has some special variables for specifying these common patterns. Matches the same thing. It's going to match all lines that contain lowercase, uppercase, all numbers. Yeah, it's more than all number. By the way, you could maybe use blank for matching blanks. You could use digit for matching lines that contain only digits. You could as well negate this also, like we saw in the earlier examples. Yeah, there's no single line that does not contain an alphanumeric character. That's why this does not return anything. Anyways, how about one last example? This has to be like this, sorry. How about if you like to match a character for how many times it's appearing in a piece of text? Say you'd like to match, or if it appears twice in a line. it appears twice and it appears consecutively twice. You could use curly braces right after the string or the character that you'd like to match. For example, D matches integers. I'd like to match all lines with an integer appearing twice. I'd like to match all lines with A, the A character appearing twice. Oh, there's no such line. Are you sure? Let's find out. Yeah, there's no such line. How about O? O appearing twice. Yeah, we have boots. Great. That's it for regular expressions. And I hope you learned something. Adios.